everyone, welcome to the NG tutorials, and today we are going to cover the next topic in the series database management system. I hope you have liked the previous two videos of the database management system. Today we are going to cover the next topic, which is very important, that is the users of the database. So in the database, basically we have different type of users. So today we are going to see them in detail. Let's start with the topic. So here you can see that a particular database management system or the DBMS can have different users such as end users, administrators and designers. So basically broadly we classify the users in these three categories. First one, end users, administrator, and the last one is designers. So let's see that what are the roles and responsibilities of these users and how do they differ. Actually the difference between these users is only of the access. Like administrator will be having all the access, overall access of the database management system. Designers will have the access to the database management system as per their use. We will discuss it in the later slides. And end users are the users which uses that database management system, which have very limited access to the database management system. Let's start and see them one by one in detail. So the first user is the administrator. So administrator is responsible to maintain the database management system, like to whom we have to give the access, to which particular limit, and from whom we have to take the access back. So basically we have two commands. When we will see the commands in the SQL, we will have two commands, that is grant and revoke. That is only of the administrator level, that it grants the permission and it takes back that access permission from different users. And we use this administrative access to maintain the isolation of the data and to provide the security to the data. If we allow all the users access of the data, then we will lose the security of our data, and also we will not be able to maintain the isolation. We will the term we will see in detail when we will learn the asset properties of the database. I will explain the isolation in detail there. So administrator also responsible for maintaining the resources like system license, the required tool for the database, and other software and hardware related maintenance. So these are the roles and responsibilities of the database administrator, which is also known as DBA. Next is the designer. So designer are the group of people which are working on the designing part, who are responsible for designing of the database. Like suppose we are designing a database for university. So how many tables we are going to have, what will be the relation between those tables, what are the columns like attributes we are going to have in one particular table, and how we will store those data, like what will be the constraints or the rules we are going to implement on those data. All of these things are being decided by the designer. So this is the responsibility of the designer. Next we have is the end user. So end user does not have the access to the complete database. Also he has not been aware of how the database management system has been implemented, and the other like we have discussed the responsibilities of other two users. End user does not have to do anything, any of them. He's just interested in accessing the data and just using that data. So end users can be the simple viewer who pay attention to the logs or market rates, to the sophisticated users such as business analysts. So business analysts are also the end user of the database management system. So here is the one classification of the database management system, where we have discussed the administrator, designer, and end user. In some books they have provided the another classification of the users, such as like when we will see the structure of the database, there we will be seeing these five kind of users, that is the naive user, application programmer, sophisticated user, specialized user, and the online user. So let's see the definition of all these users also in detail. The first one is the naive user. So naive user is not aware of the database management system, and basically the in the first classification where we have defined the end user, that we have called here as a naive user. So they just access the database management system through the GUI, graphical user interface. They do not have to do anything with the background of the or the implementation of the database. Second are the application programmers, such as the we can say that the front end developers, where they are responsible for developing the user interface. So these users sometimes also require some details of the database, like for designing the forms and all, for example. So these are the application programmer. Next is the sophisticated user, the user interacting with the database without writing program. They use queries, like I have explained structured query languages, SQL, to interact with the database management system. They use any of the framework like MySQL or Oracle to interact with the database management system. They just write the queries and they access the database management system. Next is specialized users. So these users write specialized database application that do not fit into fractional database processing framework. So these are the special type of users. The last one is the online users. So these users may access the database online by using networking or the internet. So these are the classification of the users we have seen. So thank you everyone for watching the video. I hope you are liking the videos, and please subscribe to our channel if you have not subscribed. If you have any query or if you want any other videos from our side, please comment and let us know that if you are liking the videos or not. And also if you want to have the study materials which we are discussing in these videos, so you can just refer to our website, that is www.narkeshgupta.com. Thank you for watching.